I was watching The Bad Batch and I realized that we literally only have 2 sets from the show. This right here is Justifier, and when the set came out, it got a lot of criticism because the ship was priced at 170 schmeckles, which is a lot, honestly. I ended up buying the set for one reason. At the time, I was selling some of my figures on Whatnot, and I accidentally sold 2 Hunter figures when I only had one. I remember LEGO had the Death Star promo set, and I thought that buying the Justifier at that time wouldn't be too bad, since I will get all the promos and some extra points on my account. Regardless, I went to the LEGO store, bought the set, I took Hunter out, and I have had it for almost a year on my backlog. But finally, I decided to build it. As I was building it, and the ship was taking form, I did realize how big it actually was. To be fair, I feel conflicted about the price. It came with a steep price tag, I'm not denying that, but the ship is not small by any means, and it does use a lot of big pieces that are usually more expensive, hence the low count piece for the price. Putting that to the side, the actual building experience was fantastic. I had a similar experience putting together the Millennium Falcon. There's something about those ships that end up taking shape rather quickly, and it's really satisfying to see. The ship looks like a modern military jet or plane, and I absolutely love that. Honestly, I had very low expectations for the set, but I'm enjoying having this thing around to see it. I don't get tired of the clean design that it has. The ship also has a working landing mechanism that drops the legs when you put it on landing mode, and then they get retracted when put it on flying mode again. I do want to mention that they don't hold the weight of the ship very well, and they end up opening up a little bit. Here on the back we can see a little bit of space, and we can use it to put some cargo inside. And this adds to the military vibe that I was talking about. The footprint of this thing is actually really big. I have it on my table and it's basically using up all the space. Not only that, but when I hold it, I can kind of tell where those $170 went to. The only thing that I would have loved to see for that price tag was printed pieces, because I was not expecting to see a secret sheet on this set, and I wasn't thrilled when I saw it. Especially for the cockpit pieces, the transparent stickers always end up getting a bubbly look that I'm not a big fan of. And the same thing happened to me with the Ghost. And speaking of that, compared with the Ghost and the Millennium Falcon, I honestly don't feel like the price is outrageous. This ship has the same presence that those other two ships have, and the only thing that is really different is the interior space. The Ghost and the Falcon have a lot of open space, that we can consider it to be hollow, but the Justifier is packed. The wings don't really open up, and a lot of the effort, pieces and space went into the landing mechanism, something that is completely lacking on the other sets. But I guess this is one of those you can have it all situations, but I don't mind the different approach of the Justifier. Here we can take a closer look at the interior. We have a small hall, where we can't really place too many figures if I'm being honest, but at least the pilot seat looks pretty good and intentional. All the figures fit easily inside regardless, and besides having the cockpit area, we also have a little cell space for Omega. The more I look at the ship, the more I like it, and I'm sure that this is one of those sets that I'm gonna keep on my display. Like I mentioned before, this has like a military look to it, from the color to the shape of the wings, and it looks fantastic on LEGO form. I feel like this doesn't have any bad angles, and the techniques used all around help to add a lot of awesome details. Here we see that infamous illegal technique used by LEGO, but the truth is that this isn't even illegal, and it looks fantastic. I love seeing this type of things being implemented on official sets. Using this technique here doesn't bring any issues, so it would have been dumb not to use it regardless of what the community thinks. Like I just mentioned, we can look at this ship from any angle and it looks good. If I have to nitpick, I will have to say that maybe the bottom could have used more pieces to make it look good, but this ship is pretty big and heavy. I doubt people are going to put it above their eye level frequently anyways. The set also comes with fantastic minifigures. We finally got a new version of Cad Bane, and he looks so good with that piece for his mask and the print. We also get Fennec Shan with the helmet, Omega, and Hunter, of course. From all these minifigures, my favorite is Cat Bane, but I was very surprised by how cool Fennec's helmet looked like, especially from the profile. Overall, this is a great set. People can complain about prices, but there's always a way to make it worth it. This could be with a really good sale, or as I mentioned on my experience, I got enough back from buying it to justify getting it. But on that note, and with that bad joke, this is all I have for you today. I'm Beyond Lego. Peace out.